Yeah.
There's a very powerful law in life that I learned a long time ago called the law of resonance. In the law of resonance, like if you study like Nikola Tesla and vibration and energy, like the law of resonance in communication is that the value of what you communicate begins at the end of the conversation. What are they thinking and feeling a day later, a week later, a month later? I have to think that this leaves an imprint that is indelible on people's lives. If it's approached with a process, not just random, but just like being methodical about it, I've got to think.
I think you're absolutely right. And the process that I teach that's embedded in trusted advisors called LERA, and it's listen, empathize, reassure, act. And it's the listen is listen at level 3. And level 3 is not just listening to the content, but listening to how the person likely feels, what's going on. She's qualitatively quite different. I can give you an example of that. So you listen and then empathize. And empathy, as I define it, is really just conveying to the person, I see you, I hear you, and I understand you. That's all it is. It's making sure that person really gets that you understand them. And then reassure is normalizing if it needs to happen, reassuring people they're not alone. But here's where the process for the advisor is so beneficial, because then it's just a segue back to the business conversation. And the segue should be something pretty natural. So if somebody's talking with you and they're going through a divorce and they're expressing how they're going through some tough times, you might say, Jill, I really hear this is really a tough time for you. And I'm so sorry you're having to deal with all this. I'm so sorry you're having to deal with this, or, oh, wow, you've got so much going on right now. Those are natural ways to express empathy. Empathy is short, right? Best done short. But then you can say something like, as I'm listening to you and we're talking, what's coming to me are some of the financial things we should probably take a look at. And what I'm hoping is if we look at that together, that frees you up to deal with all those other things you have to deal with. So now you move the conversation to the business in a way that isn't a jumpstart. It's just, and you can do this naturally at any point. You can come in, express empathy, and say, okay, now what I'm thinking about is there's some financial implications here. If we look at them together, it's that partnering thing. I'm hoping what that does is free you up, time, energy, so that you're not having to worry about this and you can deal with all of that. How does that sound to you? Because what I found one of advisors' biggest fears is if I go down this, I'm going to get down a rabbit hole I can't get out of. Now we're talking about Jill's divorce, and suddenly I'm hearing about everything, and I don't know how to stop that. Now, the truth is Jill's probably not going to do that. I think that fear is overblown a lot of times, that we think clients are going to treat us like therapists. Clients know you're not their therapist too, but advisors always say to me, I'm not a therapist. And I say, you don't have to be, you just have to be a connected human being. And a connected human being just listens, and then you can do your job. And Jill feels, wow, he or she really listened to me. They got me, and they're on my side. And that's what you want your client to walk away with, I think, is that feeling.